Real Madrid went to a tricky place. Osasuna fell behind, but then scored 4 times to win 4-1, extend their lead at the top of the table and put some more pressure on Barcelona again. A decent performance, and Zinedine Zidane was very happy.
Well, I would say that the 4-1 tells a story, but not the whole story of the game. The impressive part about Real Madrid is having lost in Copa del Rey and having allowed 4 goals the way they did at home against Real Sociedad, that they begin this game against Osasuna losing 1-0, and you're thinking, oh boy, here we go again. And for a team that may have had some questions coming after that game against Real Sociedad, you may have thought that maybe they got a little tentative. And that wasn't quite the reaction for Real Madrid. Actually, they got very aggressive. They committed numbers forward. They knew they were in control of the game towards the end of that first half. They get a couple of goals, one from Isco and the other one for Sergio Ramos, and then they try to manage that 2-1 result. The second half, there was a lot of Osasuna possession, a lot of Osasuna committing themselves forward, almost to the point to where Real Madrid felt like they were inviting Osasuna so that then they could go on the counter-attack. And it wasn't after a turnover by Osasuna that then, great hold-up play by Benzema, layoff to Lucas Vázquez, who had come on for Gareth Bale. He scores the third one, and then Jovic with the late fourth one. So you may have thought 4-1, easy. It was, and it was uncomfortable in the better part of the second half up until that goal by Lucas Vázquez. But the important thing here, I think, for Real Madrid is that you get 3 points, you put pressure on Barcelona, you just mentioned that, but you also got performances from Gareth Bale, you got performances from Isco, you got productivity from guys coming off the bench as well. So if you are Zinedine Zidane and you look at your squad, you say, all right, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to get with Gareth Bale whenever I put him out on the field. But today, for 60 minutes, he was all right. In the first half, he was actually pretty good. Second half, he kind of faded a little bit. That's when then Zinedine Zidane recognized that and then puts Lucas Vázquez in, who is able, because of his speed, to accompany Benzema on that third goal. Benzema, with a hold-up play, Lucas Vázquez recognizes there's a moment for him to go forward, utilizes that speed, gets there, finishes 3-1. And then you're thinking, all right, well, that's a good move by Zidane. And then Jovic comes in for Benzema late, and he gets himself on the scoreline. And so Zidane made the right decisions from the beginning, made the right decisions off the bench. The players responded out on the field. You get 3 points away from home, you move forward.
You pointed to 2 basic issues that they managed to deal with very well. Falling behind, obviously going 3-0 down at home. It could have been the same sort of situation at Osasuna. Is never an easy place to go. They came back, played aggressively, got themselves in front, and then the game management, the ability to change the front 3 as his substitutions here, that will have given him a great deal of confidence as well, because it obviously, like you say, you give Bale some minutes, you get a little bit more out of him, Vinicius comes on, Jovic comes on, 2 of the substitutes manage to score. This is a team that maybe with the Copa del Rey out of the way now, is even more focused on the bigger prizes, do you think?
Well, I also think that the key changes that were made from Copa del Rey to the weekend was the back line. And then Mendy comes back as a left back, so an actual left back that can defend, unlike Marcelo. And then you got Carvajal down the right-hand side instead of Nacho and Varane playing in the middle. And so that gives you a solid base to build from. The other thing that I thought was important is, okay, if you're going to play with Isco, you know that he likes to wander. You know that he likes to tuck inside, and that sometimes forced Valverde to go out into wider areas. Once Zidane makes a decision to bring in Vinicius, and Vinicius is more of a left-sided player, then Valverde went into a more natural position down the middle, gives the team a little bit more athleticism there and a little bit of help to Casemiro. That recognition by Zidane tells you that he has a very good handle as to what he has out on the field, and he knows and sees, okay, this player I can use in this setup, this player I can use in this scenario, that player can help me this last few minutes, and it's what he did. Lucas Vázquez comes in for the last 15-20 minutes or so, and he makes a difference, scores a goal, and Vinicius does the same thing down the left-hand side. He gives you quality minutes. Jovic comes in for 5 minutes, scores a goal. So you just sense that this is a team that everybody has a role right now, and as long as you have that solid base defensively that you can work from, this team is going to be very difficult to beat.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN+.